The Court of First Impressions, The Day Without a Verdict. This is a story about three Angelteers who arrive in a lively town where every event is immediately stamped good, bad, right, wrong, success, or failure. Their eighth miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover that judging too quickly can hide what something is for, and that peace returns when they stop deciding in advance. The three Angelteers entered Verdict Village beneath a sign. Everything means something. Spider pointed toward a booth. What do they sell? Conclusions, said the clerk. People lined up carrying little wooden signs. A woman dropped a basket of peaches. Bad. A boy missed the school bell. Wrong. A merchant sold every loaf before noon. Success. Howler Monkey nodded. This town is remarkably efficient. Squirrel watched a man receive a stamp after his wagon wheel broke. Disaster. The man groaned. It is? That's the official ruling, said the clerk. Spider looked at the wheel. Could also be time to fix it. The clerk gasped. You cannot leave an event uninterpreted. Trumpets sounded. The mayor hurried in carrying a silver gavel. Visitors, excellent timing. Today is Judgment Day. Howler's eyes widened. That sounds more serious than the brochure suggested. Villagers brought forward everything that had happened since sunrise. A cracked teacup, a canceled picnic, a surprise rainstorm. Each received a verdict. Good, bad, unfair. Then a young baker stepped forward. My oven stopped working, the mayor raised his gavel, clearly unfortunate. Squirrel felt an urge to agree. No oven meant no bread. The whole story formed instantly. Then a faint scent of cinnamon drifted from the baker's basket. Squirrel breathed in. What am I feeling? Certain, he said. Spider blinked. Certain is a feeling? Today it is. Squirrel smiled, then asked inwardly, What is this for? Nothing answered. That bothered him. He liked answers. The mayor raised the gavel. Squirrel lifted a paw. Could we wait? The crowd gasped. Wait for what? Asked the mayor. I don't know. That is not a reason. It may be exactly the reason. The baker frowned. My oven is still broken. Yes, said Squirrel, but I don't know what it is for. The mayor lowered the gavel. You refuse to judge? Just for a moment. A little girl ran into the square. Baker, come quickly. Smoke rose from behind the bakery. Everyone rushed over. The broken oven had prevented the baker from lighting a fire beneath a damaged chimney. A mason examined it. If that oven had worked, sparks could have reached the dry roof. The mayor stared at his gavel. So the broken oven was good. Squirrel laughed. Maybe we don't need a new verdict. Spider nodded. Otherwise, we've just changed stamps. Back in the square, another case began. A farmer complained that the morning rain had ruined his picnic. Bad, said the crowd. A gardener shouted, It saved my seedlings. Good, shouted everyone. The farmer folded his arms. It was still bad for my picnic. Howler looked upward. The rain seems unwilling to cooperate with our categories, the villagers argued. Good for gardens, bad for sandwiches, good for reservoirs. Soon nobody could agree what the rain meant. Squirrel became quiet. I do not know what this is for. The sentence moved through him like an open window. Not helplessness. Space. The mayor set down his gavel. What happens if I don't judge? Spider shrugged. You could look. Howler added. Listen. Squirrel said, Wait. The afternoon became strange by village standards. A lost key was not declared a catastrophe. They searched for it. A child's failed kite flight was not labeled failure. They adjusted the tail and tried again. A merchant's empty stall was simply an empty stall. No one stopped making practical decisions. Things were repaired. Apologies were made when needed. But fewer stories were piled on top of what happened. Near sunset, the clerk removed the stamps from the conclusion booth. What should I sell tomorrow? Spider thought. Maybe blank paper. The clerk smiled. The mayor handed Squirrel the silver gavel. You should keep this. Squirrel shook his head. I'm practicing not needing it. Howler whispered. Also, it is surprisingly heavy. They laughed. As the Angelteers left Verdict Village, a cloud covered the setting sun. Spider looked up. Good or bad? Howler grinned. Cloudy. Squirrel smiled. For once, that was enough. Miracle-minded practice. I do not know what this is for. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.